Hi guys, it's Kara, and I'm sure a lot of you recognize this yellow box, but for those of you who don't, it is a Hobonichi for 2018. I actually hadn't planned on getting one, but then I saw the Mega Weeks, and I knew I was going to have to check that out because the Weeks has been my favorite for 3 or so years. I have one this year that I'm using. Just depends on how busy my life is and how much I use it, but this is a regular sized one. And while I'm going to go to smaller personal planning, I'm going to actually use passport size planner, I wanted one of the Mega Weeks to try for work. So in fact, myself and one of my girlfriends I work with actually decided to do that. So there's 2 of them in here for you guys to see. And I thought I would just do a very quick share of what I got. It's a very small Hobonichi order. And then I thought I would come back with just a side-by-side comparison of the Mega Weeks up against just my regular weeks. So if you guys want to see that, that'll be kind of the second part of this video. So first, when you open the bag, you have a couple little things here. You have this little life book, Hobonichi Techo 2018 kind of flyer type thing. It goes over some of the features, and on the back it has all of these cute little characters that say different things like the little kangaroo says, "I write about my kids." This one says, "I started using the Techo when I was in a relationship." The Techo at least stuck around. You know, I tend to rely on electronics, so it's nice having pen and paper on hand, stuff like that. So just different things people used it for. And then this is something new to me. I haven't seen this before. It's a little welcome book, and it has some basic information in here about the Hobonichi, like the main features and different things like that. I'm not going to go through all of it. If you guys have any particular questions after watching this video, of course, let me know. I have had all 3 sizes. I've been most successful personally with the weeks. It just fits my lifestyle a little better than the other 2 that are daily. So I have not looked at anything in here. I'm going to open it up with you guys and we'll check it out together. Sorry for the blurring. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Okay, so we have one of the week's covers, which was unfortunately kind of sort of bent. This is not mine. This is going to my girlfriend. I don't think it's damaged in any way, but we'll see when we take that out. Anyway, let me get this stuff out here so you guys can see it. Okay, so like I said, not a very big order, but I'll show it all to you guys. So here are the 2 Mega Weeks. First, there is the pink, I think maybe it was called Coral, I don't recall. And this is the green. Obviously you can guess which one is mine and which one is my friend's. So we'll be looking at this one up close here in just a minute. I also got, let's see, she wanted 2 of the writing boards. I don't remember their actual name, but 2 of the writing boards. So she got 1 in each color. I already have one similar to this, which is actually, I think, in here. But I did want this one because I liked the color of it, at least on the site. So I'll show that to you in case you guys are curious. Assuming I can get it out of the plastic. Let's see. Okay. So this one is brown on one side. You see that? And brown on the other with a light blue tab. And the grid is kind of it's a light blue, but it's hard to see, so it's a light blue. This one is green with kind of a gold, mustardy yellow tab. Okay, so there's that. The one I have, I think, I don't remember if I bought it last year or the year before. It is this one, which is kind of the black or the dark blue, I don't remember which, with the lime green. So I just find these things to be really handy. I like having more than one. So that's why I got another one. And then I got a couple small things, nothing major. I got another one of these elastic bands because, as you saw, I used the purple one. So I grabbed a brown in case I didn't want to use the purple one anymore. I wanted to have an option. And then I picked up these magnetic notes. It says that they are paper that clings to anything. I just thought they sounded really cool. So since I was making an order anyway, I decided to, oh, they feel very, very strange, but did you see that? Kind of how it sticks together? It almost feels like it's, you know, like static cling type thing. But anyway, we will try those out. They have a very, it's a very shiny coating, so we'll have to see which pens work on this. But anyway, I thought it was kind of fun, so I nabbed that. Let me see, I'll pull mine out. Sorry about the noise. So you can see the cover. Now, of course, they come with the pen always. At least in my experience, I guess I shouldn't say always, but I've always received a pen when I buy one. And here is my Mega Weeks. So this one is, and I'm sure the covers are going to be, well, maybe they're different. This one is kind of got a little fabric, almost linen feel to it. So I will be putting on a plastic cover. I didn't get a plastic cover. I did not get one of these because I already have, I don't know, I think I have 2 or 3, maybe 4 of them already. And none of the ones this year really appealed to me, so I just stuck with the ones I already have. I will pull one of those out to try and try it on the cover with you guys so we can see if it fits. This particular cover is one that is much more bendable, just so you can see that. And again, I will compare it later to my other one. And let's just see if this one is identical. I don't think my friend will mind. We'll just take a quick peek and then I'll put it back in the bag. So I'm just literally going to kind of feel it really quickly to see if it feels just like mine. Again, sorry for the noises. And yeah, it does. And it feels exactly like mine, and it is also bendable like mine. So I'm guessing that they are all very, very similar in that way. But I can at least tell you that the green, which I think is forest green, and my pink one are very similar. So there are all the goodies. I will be back in just a minute to compare this one to my 2017. Okay, hang on. Okay guys, so let's do a comparison between a regular 2017 Hobonichi Weeks and a 2018 Mega Hobonichi Weeks. A couple things I want to point out. They each typically come with this adhesive pocket, which you can apply to your back cover. Now, if you're going to use one of the plastic covers, you really don't need to do this because the plastic cover has a pocket on it. It also had another one of the little Lifebook flyer thingies and a railway map of, I'm sure, Japan or part of Japan, okay? This time with the Mega Weeks, this was packaged up with it. These appear to be fabric. There's, you know, 3 of them, 1 in each color, and then this back part appears to be adhesive. So you could technically put it like where your months start, where your weeks start, where your notes start, something like that. I haven't totally decided what I'm going to do yet, but I will let you guys know. So let's just get to the comparison. Like I said, this has a hard cover, this has a soft cover. That being said, size-wise, they are identical as far as that goes, right? No difference there. The difference really just comes in the thickness. Now you can see I have some warping on my pages because I do have some paint, so I'm going to push them like, you know, it was brand new basically, so you can see the difference. Okay? And there's a little bit of a difference in the width, of course, but that's basically it. So let's look at these. Now I have a lot of information here, so I'm not going to show you a ton of the pages that I've written on, but I will compare. So for example, inside the cover, identical, same paper, and it starts off it's telling you what it is. It's the 2017 Hobonichi Weeks, 2018 Hobonichi Weeks Mega. Then you start with several yearly calendars, and in this one, several yearly calendars. Then you go to this kind of year to glance option. Now I've written on mine, but it is the exact same thing. You can see it right there. I've used it for tracking something. I'm going to use this for tracking as well. I think I mentioned it, but I'm planning on using the weeks for work. So I'm going to use this for tracking some tasks that I have to habitually look at. After that starts the months. And I can show you this because I got it a little bit late and I used some of these months that had already passed to test out watercolor. The months appear to be identical, and let's see how far they go. So in the 2017, they go all the way to March of 2018, and in the 2018, they go all the way to March of 2019. So they are identical there as well. I do want to mention that from what I have heard, there's not going to be an April option of the Mega Weeks, I think, as this is the first year they're doing it. Check that out for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. So once you get through the months, you start with November. This starts the end of November, so it arrived well for me. It is about mid-November when I'm filming this, still a little bit before Thanksgiving, so I will be able to start using this at work soon. This one, let's see, started at about the same time. Started on the 28th, started the 27th, basically the same thing. It's just the way the days of the week fell. Obviously I use this for testing because again I got it late. And let me find a blank one so we can just compare the layout. Okay, so there's a blank page. The layout looks identical to me, nothing different. Okay, and let's go to the note pages. So in the 2017, what I'm calling the regular weeks, let's see, that is how many pages you have for notes. It's still a lot, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but that's what you have, okay? In the Mega, do the same thing, find where they end and where they start. That's where the big difference is. Look at all of those extra note pages. Really, really nice. And the paper is the same paper, guys. It's great. At the very end of the book, you have something that says it's my 100. Let's see what we have at the end here. I think the ends are going to be maybe a little different, but we'll see. Yeah, okay, so there's no my 100. That's the first page after the notes. Then we have the same pages. You can see that from just the drawings. I don't read Japanese, so I'm just going on what it looks like. Then we have another difference. And this one looks to be telling you different things to different exercise poses. This one is again different. Now we have some pages where you can put some information. There we match up again there. I know I'm not showing these to you up close, guys, but I don't think it's all that important. I'm just kind of pointing out that the differences are there are some differences in the material in the back. Nothing super major. A lot of the things are the same, so those two are the same. And then we have the pages for some, I'm guessing, addresses. So everything appears to be mostly the same other than those additional pages for the notes, okay? So I have one of my plastic covers that I've used before. It's got a floral kind of pattern to it, kind of like wildflowery almost. It's one of my favorites, that's why I've held on to it. And let's see if it's going to fit the Mega Weeks. I'm really wanting to have a cover on this because it's such a light color and I am going to be using it a lot at work. I'm worried it will get dirty if it's not protected. So let's just slide this on here and see how it works. They say they're supposed to fit, and it does. That's awesome. So if you want the Mega Weeks and you have older plastic covers, they will fit, as you can see. That's great. And I also got another one of these, but I'm just going to use the purple one. So if you have any of these bands, you would still be able to use them. Just like so, to hold it together. Okay? So there it is. So if you guys are curious, I am going to use mine for work. I plan on tracking, like I said, some habitual tasks that I have to do, things that are routine. I'm going to use the months for probably tracking my attendance and any meetings and things that I have to do. I'm going to use the weeks for daily tasks that have to get done on a certain day. And then this will be a combination of kind of a running bullet journal if there are things that don't have to get done this week that can, get done when they get done, basically. And then I'm also going to use it for meeting notes if I have room. If I don't have room, then I'm going to go to the back, and that's where I'm going to use all of those note pages for. So I'm hoping that it's going to work out really nicely. I probably will color code. Keyword probably. I may be going back to using some of my multi-pens, some of my Colettos, things like that. Let me know if you guys are interested in that kind of video. I'll share my little collection with you. Basically pens like this one. Although I won't probably use this particular one just because it is so bright yellow. It's not my favorite. But that is basically it. I know I rambled a little bit, guys, so I apologize for that. I'm super excited about this. I'm glad that I'm getting to keep the weeks in my life because it really has been a favorite of mine for many, many years. I love the size of it and the shape of it. I will say that this one feels really nice in the hand. It's a nice thick book. So, if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. Bye, guys.